Hello everybody and welcome to our final curriculum overview for your child's time in year 3. I can't believe I'm saying that, although these 2 half terms are quite long, so we have actually got a really long time left together. But this is your opportunity to see what your child will be getting up to for the remainder of their time in year 3. And actually we've got 2 really interesting and exciting topics coming up, including some extra exciting opportunities, including our school trip, which is coming up this half term to Twycross. So our topic for this half term, summer 1, is actually Animal Boogie, and I'm hoping that the children have started to come home and already tell you some of the things that we've been finding out about during this topic already. I think the children are really going to enjoy this one because it does come with a school trip, and there is also another opportunity that Mr. Ingram and I are trying to piece together, and with the help of your fundraising, the fundraising that we did during our Kenya topic, we are going to have some money which we can obviously use back on the children, so we'll give you a little bit more detail sort of nearer the time with that one. So this topic is heavily focused on geography as well as science, but we'll get onto the science in a little while. So in our geography lessons, we're going to be focusing on the equator, so we're going to be focusing on the Earth, what the equator is, and then we're going to be looking at the northern and the southern hemispheres and really kind of delving into what kind of animals can live here and what makes it possible that animals can live maybe in the northern hemisphere and not the southern, or vice versa. We're going to be looking at countries and finding specific animals that are native to those countries, and then we're also going to be delving into the human and physical geography of certain countries and certain areas, and deepening our understanding then with finding out about sustainability and our role in being sustainable and resourceful. So there's lots to do during our geography topic, and I think the children will really enjoy that. And as artists, we are going to be focusing on 2 main artists. The children have already started to produce some lovely artwork with this in mind, and the 2 artists that we're going to focus on are Henry Rousseau and William Morris. The children in 3NW are so artistic that they absolutely love nothing more than delving into an art lesson. So we are trying to provide as much opportunity for being creative as possible, and I think these 2 artists really lend themselves to that. In literacy, we are continuing to sort of revolve our lessons around one key text. At the moment, our key text is Mouse, Bird, Snake, Wolf by Dave McKean, which is actually a fantasy fiction, and the children are really enjoying it so far, so that's always really positive. And then our guided reading sessions, and we've actually got a picture book this half term, which is called Wolves by Emily Gravitz. She's written amazing books. So the children are really enjoying that. As well as this, we do still continue to deliver weekly spelling lessons. Some weeks they're daily, some weeks they're every other day. It depends on the scheme that we follow. And of course, the spellings that the children bring home embed the knowledge that we've learnt in the spelling lessons. Spellings continue to come home on a Monday, to then be practiced ready for the following Monday. As well as this, we've also started to do dictation in our classrooms, where I either read sentences or play a clip with some sentences, and the children have to write quite speedily, using the correct spellings, punctuation, and trying to sort of keep up with the pace of the sentences, which has been really interesting. Some of the children have actually really enjoyed challenging themselves in that way. So that's been a positive addition to our literacy focuses. Now I'm actually going to let you pause the video for the maths curriculum because it's quite wordy, but this half term we're focusing on 2 key areas of maths. The first one being angles and shapes. So the children over the past couple of weeks have been looking at angles and shapes, and actually they've already developed a really great understanding of right angles, obtuse angles, acute angles, perpendicular lines and parallel lines. And then once we finish this topic, we're going to move on to measure. We've already covered some of the measure curriculum during the autumn and spring terms, where we've looked at perimeter and length and width. But now we're going to move on to another area of measure, which is reading scales, weight, volume, capacity, which actually these two topics really lend themselves to doing additional activities at home. So there's loads of ways at home that you can reinforce weight and measure, for example. And if you would like any ideas of how to do this at home, please do come and ask me, because I've got so many ideas of just games that you can play at home, just to really embed and reinforce the learning that we're doing at school. And as I say, these two topics really do lend themselves to quite easy, fun activities that you can do, which really does play a key role in their learning. Okay, so just pause the video and just have a little read through. Okay, as I said, our topic is Animal Boogie. It does have a geography focus, but it's also heavily focused with our science. So our science topic is called Animals Including Humans. Now, the children will have learnt about animals including humans in previous year groups, but obviously as we move forward, as they grow older, they have a deeper understanding. We are really developing their understanding of sort of our own bodies, and in this year group we're going to be finding out about nutrition and why it's important to have a varied, healthy diet, and what does that actually look like. It's been quite interesting, the conversations that we've already been having around healthy eating, and the children are quite knowledgeable, which is really great. We're going to be focusing also on the skeleton and the muscles, and actually what are the functions of those things? What do they actually do for us? And then we're going to be moving on to animals specifically. So we're going to be identifying and grouping animals in several ways. We're going to be looking at their skeletons. We're going to be looking at the diet of animals, habitats, lots of things to get our teeth into. And yes, the children are going to have lots of hands-on, lovely opportunities with our science topic. During our RHE lessons, we're going to be finding out about our healthy bodies and healthy minds, which obviously coincides with our science topic, but also allows us to really develop an understanding of how to be mindful and how to recognise our early warning signs, sort of really embedding that protective behaviours curriculum that we've already covered during the autumn term. But during summer 2, which we'll go into a little bit further in a little while, we're going to be looking at coping with change, which allows us to explore different scenarios in which change requires us to use different managing techniques and how to regulate our emotions. During PE, we are focusing on athletics, and we continue to follow our real PE scheme. And during RE, we are asking a big question, which is, why do people pray? Where we explore how praying is a major part of religious practice. And we look at how that differs between different religions and what similarities there might also be between different religions. So moving on to summer 2. Now summer 2 is when we park Animal Boogie and we move on to Wonder Woman, which is a lovely topic. Miss Howarth, who obviously has taught this topic a few times in the past, has ensured me that this is such an interesting topic for all of the children. So this has a real history focus, this topic, because we are looking at the significant women in history, and we are sort of developing and securing our chronology, knowledge and understanding of British and local history, as well as world history. We're going to be looking at connections and contrasts and trends over time, and we're going to do that whilst exploring significant women from different time periods and in different contexts. Our literacy topic is going to be a news report, so we're going to be writing lots of different text types, including a news report, a narrative, a biography, a recount and poetry, and this is all going to be focused around a brilliant book called Fantastically Great Women Who Changed the World. A really great text that the children are going to thoroughly enjoy. And then we're also going to be focusing on a lovely story that I loved as a child, which is Charlotte's Web. And The Bluest of Blues will be our guided reading topic. Okay. During our science, we are going to be focusing on scientific inquiry. So we're going to be really focusing on, are the children able to set up experiments with some support? Are they able to observe and measure what's happening in their experiment? Are they able to make predictions that are relevant and sensible? Are they able to record what's happening in their experiment? And finally, are they able to interpret what's happening? Can they summarise what they've noticed from their experiments? And can they evaluate perhaps what they think has happened and what would they do next time, or things that they could change? So it's going to be a real focus on scientific inquiry. As we move on to our maths, we are going to be focusing, and actually, because we will have come to the sort of end of our maths curriculum, we'll have lots of opportunities to rediscover, recap and really embed all of the learning that we've done so far in year 3, which is fantastic, which means that then we get to sort of tailor it to what the children need. So we're going to be focusing on multiplication and division, as well as really securing those calculation strategies and place value that the children have already learnt about. We just want to ensure that they have that real deep and secure knowledge of calculation strategies. Yeah. And there we are. We're at the end of our curriculum overview for the rest of year 3. As I said, I can't believe that I'm saying that already, but I am so excited to see kind of where the next 2 half terms take us. The children are absolutely going to really love what is coming up, and all of the extra opportunities that are going to come alongside their normal sort of day-to-day routines. But yes, like I said, if you would like any advice or any tips on sort of what you could be doing at home to support your child's learning, please do come and ask me. I am always happy to send home additional resources. For example, if you would like some handwriting support in order to sort of support your child to get closer to their pen licence, please do come and ask me. I am happy to send those things home. I have got my eyes out for children who are working towards their pen licences. They do need to be ensuring that their letters are similar sizes, that they are joining. Their capital letters need to be, relative to their lowercase letters. So we do want to see a difference in size. As I said, we do want to see them joining up most of their letters, and we really want to see their finger spaces to be sort of consistently spaced in order for them to reach their pen licence. I know that lots of children are desperate, but yes, like I say, please do come and ask me if you would like anything to support your child's learning in school. You know that I'm always on the door, or I'm always on Dojo, or on the end of the phone. Okay, have a lovely day. Thank you so much. Bye.